think, a little week in between. That's because I went on vacation. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, that's what that was. So
how was your vacation?
Fuck vacation. No, I'm just playing. All right. Look, so I went to Capistrano Beach, which is like right north of San Clemente, which is in between San Diego and LA.
Where,
on the coast.
Was the beach? What was the beach called?
Capistrano.
Capistrano. So you only probably like an hour and a half out, something like that.
If that, maybe like an hour. Like an hour.
Oh, okay.
Hour and 10, somewhere around there.
Gotcha.
But it's super close. It was cool though. So I went on a trip, week-long trip with my grandma, Capistrano Beach. Me and my grandma had a conversation like summertime, like June, July, some shit like that. And I was just, going through like my healing process and trying to like fix myself and shit like that. Like just asking myself, what do I like to do? Like, what is Mylan like? Remembering shit that brings me joy. I start remembering my childhood. Like my grandma got all these timeshares, so I grew up just taking these vacations everywhere. You know what I mean? Like she always got us everywhere. And then after a nigga hit 18, that shit just went out the motherfucking window. You start working, you get a life, job and everything. And then nigga just stopped doing that shit. Kind of got disconnected from me. So I was like, I kind of need one of those. Like I would want one of those. So we planned that shit summertime. And then it just came now, but at the worst time. Like it couldn't have came at a worse time. But I just wanted to go through with it just because like it's already paid for, number one. And then number two, like maybe this was how it was supposed to happen. So the trip was cool though. It was too long with my grandma. I'm gonna be honest.
It'd be like that, especially as an adult.
Yeah.
As an adult, it's a lot different than as a kid. I used to go on hella vacations as a kid. Like my parents would send me to see my grandparents. So like my dad, I'll go see my dad's mom in Arizona all the time. Mm-hmm. That's when I started like flying by myself as a kid. Fucking scary.
I was about to say, flying by yourself?
Yeah. As a kid, I mean, you start doing that at like an early age, but like not at an early age, but like a little bit like a later age. I think I started doing that like maybe like 10, like 9 or 10 or something.
That sounds scary.
It was.
Do you have to have a stewardess with you?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
So like the cool thing is like when you fly by yourself as a kid, it's actually kind of lit because I don't know about other airlines, but because I was only going from like SAC to Phoenix or SAC to like Apple Valley, or I guess I'd fly into Ontario, in SoCal. We're talking like an hour, 2 hour flights, so nothing crazy. But Southwest specifically, like they let me board first. So I'd board first before all of that. Yeah. So I'd board first and I would see like the flight attendant was like sit me down right there, and then I just be like they kind of kept an eye on me. They kind of like babysit you low key, like, but they, they just they're like a little nicer to you. It's nothing crazy, but you got like this like little I don't know what it was. It was like a little necklace, like a little like pass or some shit, like so they knew like they knew like this is
unaccompanied minor.
Yeah. So I used to go fly like by myself. I would go see like my grandpa, my grandma, because at first. It's kind of like a little side story, but at first my grandma would pay for a ticket to fly from Arizona to Sacramento and then pretty much just get on my flight and then we would go back to Arizona.
Whoa. That sounds like a waste of money.
That's why I started flying by myself. So it just was like, all right, now I'm gonna just start flying. They were like, my grandma was like, all right, nigga, like you need to start learning how to fly by yourself. So my parents was, all right, fly by yourself. And then that was cool. But that I would do that like every summer. Like I would go see my grandma in like during the summer, like in between like school years and shit. And then, like my grandpa would maybe be like the holidays, certain whatever the fuck it was. But then just as I got to like high school, like specifically, like I remember like I did it going into 9th grade, but like after that was I never went back to Arizona. Like I ain't been back to Arizona since I guess like summer going into like our 9th grade year of high school.
Damn. How's that make you feel? Do you want to go back? Do you ever think about going back? Arizona only 4 hours away, 2 hours really, 2.5.
Talking about like flight
To
or driving?
Yuma driving.
Oh, fuck, I ain't going to Yuma, nigga. That's what,
I
my
know,
grandma, yeah,
I
my grandma
know.
didn't live. My grandma lived in Scottsdale, so you got to think like Scottsdale's almost like an hour out of Phoenix. So I'd have to fly into
okay.
Phoenix and
Okay.
then drive, and then you know she picked me up from the airport and drive me in Scottsdale. Then you know where she lived, but like going to like her trips and like the trips that me and her would take, like as a kid, I'm looking back on it like those would be like fun trips as a kid,
Right.
But I'm like as an adult, I'm like.
You wouldn't do that.
You do different shit because there's different things to entertain you.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
like, you know, like if I'm an adult, I go to like Phoenix. I'm not trying to go to Scottsdale as an adult because there's nothing in Scottsdale.
yeah.
So those retired motherfuckers. So like if I go to, I would go to Phoenix and then you know
And
and try
party
to
in
enjoy
Phoenix.
Phoenix. You
Yeah.
know, maybe go do some shit in Phoenix. Like
Not
you know,
with
that
your
would
grandma.
be. Nah, my grandma comes. She's kind of lit, but
Okay.
like I would have to do different things. Like she would specifically plan like the types of trips. So like she took me on like we did all kind of shit. I don't
Little
know,
things.
Like yeah, just all kind of shit. But
Yeah.
I used to do trips like that. Like I can imagine that like if I did those things as an adult, it would be like totally different. Like I probably wouldn't enjoy it the same or you know,
Yeah.
be different.
This one was different. It was pretty different. It was just, I mean, number one, we in Capistrano Beach, which, I mean, nigga, we live by the beach. You know what I mean? So it ain't much difference. It's just another beach. You know what I mean? It's something for her because she been in Sacramento all this time. It ain't nothing to me. I've been coming out here this whole year.
And that's what I was gonna say. I was like, shit, I ain't never even heard of really Capistrano Beach like that. So
Yeah.
it's like,
It's tucked.
what's really
And there's nothing out there.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing but the beach and a couple piers and, you know, little eateries and shit like that. But it ain't much to do. It was really just more like a getaway, a little peaceful getaway. We walked on the beach and shit, rode bikes and shit. Like,
but 7 days though.
but 7 days of it. All right, this is why. Okay, after 4 days, I was ready to go. It was just like I'm doing a lot of the same shit I could do at home. You know what I mean? I'm doing a lot of the same shit I could do at home. So now I'm ready to go. And on Thursday, because I left on Sunday, got there Sunday night, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, she had to go to LA. She had to go to a funeral in Inglewood. I don't got a car. I don't got nothing. I'm just there all day, chilling in the hotel. But that was the thing is like, she had a rental car because something happened to her car. It got broken into while she was at a concert in Oakland. Cause you
Your
know,
grandma be active.
nah, yeah, she be out here. She be out here. But bipping is a thing in the Bay Area. So her car got hit. So she got the rental car. But she's so like following the rules and shit. Like she wasn't trying to let me drive. She wasn't gonna go add me on as a driver either. She was like, nah, I wanna follow the rules. I'm like, nigga, I worked for these niggas for 3 years. What you like what the fuck?
Yeah,
You
we
know
can
what I
work
mean?
something out.
Like, just let me drive.
I know
I'm not gonna crash the car. You're fine. But she's so scared and like wants to do everything right by the book and shit. But it literally, that was the biggest thing that pissed me off. Cause anywhere we had to go was like an ordeal. Because her driving is just not the best. So that was like the main thing that made me like, all right, I want to get back home. Like I gotta go. I gotta leave. I gotta go. And I was just, after 4 days, I was good. And then I'm like, fuck, I got another 3 days of this shit. And then 2 days, like Friday hit, and I was like, all right, one more day. And then I was like, Saturday, I'm like, damn, I went to sleep early because I'm just trying
Just to get the day over with. Damn.
I'm like, yo, I can't do this anymore.
That's hella funny.
No, when we cause she took me to Costco, like I was saying, to get the Costco membership. She wanted me to save on gas. Shout out to you, Grandma, because she wanted me to save on gas. I appreciate you. But that shit, when I posted that picture,
Yeah, you want to explain it? I'm just asking a question. Just asking a question.
so I posted my mugshot, right?
Right. Right.
And nigga, I get hella like people liking the shit that ain't never like nothing ever, and like motherfuckers hitting me up and shit like, what the fuck, what's going on? Like
Hashtag free Mylan.
I was like, you niggas is weird. It's, first of all, it's just a funny thing anyway. It was meant to be a funny thing anyway. But
What was the picture of, or how'd you get the picture?
it was my Costco membership. That shit was my Costco membership picture. That shit was so funny though, cause like he not saying 1, 2, 3 or nothing. I'm just standing there waiting on the nigga to take the picture, and then like you feel me? He's doing the blah blah blah. He took the picture already. I'm like, all right. It prints out and I see it. I'm like, I started laughing immediately. I was like, I look like a nigga who did it.
Yeah. I look like
I look like I gotta plead guilty because ain't no way around this one, buddy. I just gotta accept the deal.
you look like you did that shit. Like you got caught the fuck up.
Exactly. So that was what that was. I didn't get arrested. Everybody, a lot of people was like, "Oh my god, what happened?" My mom told me that my sister called her. Like, what happened to my brother?
Oh my
like,
god.
I was
I'll
like,
be damned if I fall for your shit. I swear to God, I saw that shit. I was like, I'll just talk to this nigga when he get back. I was like, I know this nigga playing.
I was like, that's why. Like the caption was even like on some jokey shit. I was like, I would show y'all the charges, but I don't got proof shit. Hashtag thug.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Nigga, like all y'all was tricked.
Yeah.
Y'all can't read the caption? This is fake. This is a Costco membership picture. I was like, Reese is the only person who commented and was like, Cat. I like Big Cat. Big Cat.
I know you. Like, yeah, I was just like, all right.
Like, oh, this nigga's joking
I was
around.
like, all right, I'll hear the story when he get back.
Yeah. It wasn't much. It was just a Costco picture. That's it. But then I made it my profile picture and everything. I was like, this is fun.
No, I did like the like everything that came with it. It was like, so I'm gonna post a picture, change the profile picture, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of ride with it for a little bit, like make it a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
why not?
How it came across my shit, it was like it was the post. Like I saw the post. I saw
on the story.
Yeah, but I saw the post and then I saw your you changed the profile picture. And then I saw the story. So it was like all 1, 2, 3 were just changed. And I was like, oh. It's like, okay, this nigga's on some dumb shit right now.
I was like, fuck it. I had sent it. I sent it to DJ. I was like, bruh, why do I look like the nigga who did it? He's like, bro, that shit is hella. I was weak as fuck. I showed my grandma. She was like, where'd you get this? How'd you get this? I was like, I didn't do nothing but take a picture of the card. She thinking they sent me the picture and shit.
you sent the PDF.
I was like, all I did was take a picture of it. But
you sent the PDF of that motherfucker.
Nah, man. I mean, all in all, it was a little extended. Like I said, it felt like that time I went to go fuck this girl in LA. I was just there.
Ooh, talk about it.
Way too long.